In my quest to find quality products for a decent value, I decided to take a shot on a relative newcomer in the wearable gimbal racket. The question is, does it work? In the mountain biking community, the wearable gimbal market seems to mostly boil down to three brands: GoPro, Fiutech, I guess that's how you say it, and the ever-popular Evo SS. While the Evo seems to be the de facto standard, at $280 a pop, that's almost half the price of my bike. To my delight, an alternative popped up on my Amazon page. The reviews weren't many, but all were fairly positive. They were offering an online coupon, so for $152, I decided to take a chance. The Hohem XG1. The packaging is nice and good quality. Along with the gimbal, you get a strap, a very basic instructional and warranty card. The carrying case is pretty sturdy and will protect it against average impacts. Inside the case resides the gimbal itself, a micro USB charging cable, and some small pieces of hardware to mount GoPro accessories. Physically, it has many attributes of the Evo. It has a solid feel, as all the exterior parts are metal. Mounting a GoPro is fairly easy. It works with older and newer GoPro body styles without the need for adapters. Once you download the free app, which connects via Bluetooth, it opens you up to a world of parameters. There are 4 modes: pan follow, pan tilt, all follow, and all locked. I'm not going to go through all the settings. I'm sure they're all pretty similar. I'll provide a link below to the Hohem YouTube channel that demonstrates everything. On my initial use, I kept it pretty simple. Mounted to a selfie stick, I used it while walking around my son's robotics competition. There it performed quite ably, keeping everything stable and fluid. Next, I used a chest mount and did a street ride on my hardtail mountain bike. Here the reviews were mixed. When it worked, the image was stable, smooth, and the motors are dead quiet. It handled some curbs, maintained the horizon while pedaling up hills, negotiated those rumble strips in the road, and even went down a flight of concrete steps with a minimum of shake. The downside is that it tended to drift from center quite frequently, and I was constantly trying to realign it while riding. On a rough trail, this would have been inconvenient and unsafe to do. And when I went down a really steep hill, it got itself all confused. I'm hoping this is operator error, and I'm going to fidget with the way I mounted it, recalibrate the sensors, and try again. So on this ride, I didn't calibrate, but I reoriented the gimbal on the chest plate so that it's more in line with the horizon, and it did seem to work better. It didn't wander like the other day, and these are the same hills that it really went awry. Next test, actual trails. Trail riding was quite satisfying. It kept everything smooth and stable. The trails we ride are your typical East Coast natural trails. Not a lot of jumps, but many log obstacles, rocks, and of course, roots. All of which it handled well. I'm still trying to get over the self-conscious feeling of riding around with a camera strapped to my chest, because make no mistake, all these things feel bulky. Plus, psychologically, I feel conflicted because on one hand, I want to push myself in the quest to creating exciting footage. But on the other, I have no idea how this thing will survive a crash, not to mention how that's going to feel. One of the things that may be a detriment to some is the battery. While the full charge will last about 90 minutes, the batteries are not removable, at least easily. For those on long rides or camping, you can't just bring a second set of batteries with you and swap when needed. What it will do, however, is let you power it from an external source like a portable charger, like this one. Plus it has a port that allows you to power your camera from the same source. So with a little planning, you could easily set it up for hours of use without ever changing a battery. Unfortunately, you'll be required to carry more stuff along with all the other stuff that you already feel is too much stuff to carry. So is it perfect? Nope. Can it be a little temperamental? Yep. But for almost half the price of the Evo, I'm betting it'll be way better than half as good. In the end, you have to choose what's right for you and the type of riding you do. For me and my 50-year-old bones, I think it'll be more than adequate judging by the footage so far. Time will tell, and I'll definitely be using it a lot more for future episodes. So be sure to hit the subscribe button to see it in action. I chickened out. I know. I don't know why. We've done it 10 times.